Mr. Sunil Talati is a chairman of SEPC, a professional chartered accountant. He served as a president of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India as a premier CA institute. He held several directorial positions in diverse industries such as chairman of Expert Advisory Committee, Financial Report Review Board, Corporate and Allied Laws, Corporate Governance Committee, and vice chairman of Professional Development Committee. Most of that, I mean, for me, it is too many. And for many, it is too many. And he's currently practicing as chartered accountant, a senior partner in Talati and Talati Chartered Accountants, which is ranked among top 5 firms in Gujarat. Welcome, sir, to SEPC Chairman, Mr. Sunil Talati. So what is your take in MVT post, so medical tourism post-pandemic? Do you see this to be a potential service, great service exports for the industry or for the India?
Nice question, I must say. And before that, let me share with you, it's a matter of great pleasure for me to be here in this panel discussion. And you heard while giving my introduction that I'm a chartered accountant. And I have lot many doctors and hospitals as my clients. And what I've learned in my 45 years of practice is that most of the doctors and people with the medical staff, they are too good in their field, but they are zero in accounts and zero in tax. And when it comes to chartered accountant, we are too good in tax and accounts, but we are zero in medical. And you have invited a person who is zero in medical to share my views on this. But let me tell you, as a chairman of SEPC, I had great exposure and experience in 12 champion services, which is being focused by SEPC across the country, with a full and focused attention that in all these 12 champion services, exports must be increased by leaps and bounds, particularly after Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi has taken over. So if you want to have my views with regard to the question asked, let me share with you both on health and wealth, because we have been told right from school that health is wealth. So let me share the details of wealth as well as how it relates to the health. The total medical tourism in the world was estimated to $45 billion for the year 2021. That was the estimate of the WHO. And 1.50 crore, that is 150 billion people taking advantage of medical tourism and medical travel to various countries from one country to another country for better medical treatment and appropriate medical attention. But when it comes to India, the sector was expected to grow at a compounding rate of 21%. And in many champion surveys I will share with you, we have really achieved that 20% growth target. So if we put this target of government and of SEPC and of FICCI and other medical people, that yes, medical will grow at 20% per annum, I mean, and up to 25, 27, then India cannot be an exception to develop further in this. And if it is to be treated by number of international patients, India had 0.4 million only in 2016, which increased to 0.7 million in 2019. And estimated market for 2019 was 6 billion in the world and 10 million in India. Estimates suggested that USD $9 billion was the business in 2020 before the pandemic. And pandemic is really badly hit so far as the outside patients are concerned, MVT is concerned. But this year in 2022 itself, our target is in MVT is to grow to 13 million. So from 4.4 million to 0.7 million to $13 billion business in international market patients getting in India. Therefore, healthcare and MVT, we really are very positive and results are shown. More than that, not only FICCI and as you mentioned, FHWA are other playing very important roles. But happy news for all of you to learn as you are coming from various countries representing some of the government also, that government and ministry are very positive. They have designated and appointed special secretariats and bureaucrats to see that they really produce the results and give all and extend all the possible facilities and encouragement. So let me conclude with saying yes, as Praveenji mentioned, there is a good potential in MVT and very good future market for medical business. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You know why, now you understand why we invited you. We know the numbers. You can't, I mean, we don't know numbers as good as you. So you correctly pointed out what is the growth potential of the country. Sunil sir, what does SEPC would plan to ensure global partners are more attracted to take Indian services? And what would you advise industry players sitting here to achieve global leadership position as in service export, as a SEPC? What do you think?
I mean, if not advice, my suggestion and my
Yeah.
remarks. Let me share my personal experience so that you will appreciate it more with regard to what India was in medical treatment and medical tourism, what India is and what India will be after 5 or 10 years. You know, I'm just talking of 20, 25 years before, when even there was a smallest injury, even if your nail is removed. I'm from Ahmedabad, capital of Gujarat, Gandhinagar, from Narendra Modi is. So it used to be called Manchester of India. So it's a good city. But even then, even if a nail is removed or some injury is there, I would say, go to Mumbai. You will get the best treatment there. And we were, those who can afford, we were saying, don't get treatment in Ahmedabad. That was the time just 20, 25 years before. And today, let me tell you, one of the biggest hospital in the world doing maximum knee replacements is in Ahmedabad. So that's the progress we have made in Ahmedabad in the last 10, 15 years. Earlier, there used to be hospitals like clinics, and you don't feel like going there. Maybe the cleanliness, the hygiene, the sophistication, which you see in other countries was missing. But now I can tell you, if you are taken to a hospital blindfolded, and then you enter the hospital, you will not know whether you're in India or whether you're in the US or in UK. That beautiful, nicely decorated, clean hygiene. That's the first difference, that we have realized the importance of giving best facilities, right from building, right from machineries, and the best of the doctors. So I give main 3 points with regard to the treatment, medical treatment. One, you must have best advanced facilities.
Yes.
And I know when my sister and my brother-in-law, they are in USA since last 45 years. And my brother is an MRI expert. And he just showed me, I'm talking of 30, 40 years before, that what MRI machine is. And he got my brain checked, scanned, and I was very happy. Everything was fine in my brain. But I'm telling you, I was surprised. Oh my God, what kind of machine? And now we have MRI machines in almost every next hospital in Ahmedabad, for that matter in India, giving best of the results, best of the treatment. So India is now equipped with really good, nice, latest hospitals and appropriate equipments and the technical staff that is required. That's point one. Point two, skilled doctors. Yes, yesterday they were mentioning so many doctors are there coming from Kerala to Dubai and other places. Or for that matter, across the world, wherever you go in one of the best hospitals, one of the topmost doctors, surgeon or person would be India, from India. As I said, my brother-in-law is head of the MRI department in Arkansas, Little Rock. And my sister is also a doctor. She's considered one of the best anesthetists in the Little Rock. So that's what important is, that Indian doctors are doing best everywhere. When it comes to USA, they are in a different position. Where in India, they were hitherto discounted, but now they are valued at appropriate position and price. Third is the affordability. I would say India is cheap, but India is one where any kind of patients of any kind of treatment, he can reasonably afford to. Again, let me give the example of this, my own sister. If she had to do some treatment on her one tooth, maybe RCT or cap, the amount that she will pay in USA, in less than that amount in India, you can do for all your 32 teeth. That's the difference of price. And if not better, of the same quality and standard. So that's the very important thing that you should all appreciate. India is really doing progress. Next is paramedical staff, nurses. Again, if you ask me, as it was mentioned yesterday in Esther Hospital, one of the finest and best nurses come from India. But let me tell you the difference in a lighter way. We don't have nurses as you have in USA and UK, all white, fair skin, blonde, golden hair. all having the requirement of an air hostess, 36, 20, 36, 24, 36. We don't have that kind of nurses. Maybe the Keralian nurses are 24, 36, 39. But let me tell you, the way they treat the patient, they pamper, and when they put the hand on the patient feel it is either a mother's hand or a sister's hand.
Yes.
And we don't call our nurses, we call them sisters. That's the feeling, that's the difference of the treatment in India by nurses. So India is progressing to a great extent when it comes to paramedical staff. And lastly, as I said, for every person, be a billionaire, millionaire, reasonably rich, or semi-middle class, he would always calculate the cost. Even particularly when accountants are there, we are doubly costing it. But it does matter. And as I said, don't feel India is cheap, but India is very affordable, very reasonable, and at the same time, giving you world-class treatment. So as an SEPC, out of 12 champion services I mentioned, besides, as you all know, you must be reading in the newspapers, India is #1 when it comes to software. Yeah. Best of the software people, be it Apple, be it Google, be it Tesla, the topmost people are always Indian. And after that export of software, other services, we are putting medical in top 3. When I say we, means SEPC, and when I say SEPC, it means Government of India. Yeah. Government is keen to see that, yes, our export should increase from existing $5.7 billion to $10 trillion by 2030. Wow. And one of the major contributors would be medical tourism and medical treatment. And great. That's what we are looking at. And we are confident that the way the government is making progress, it would be in a position to do that. So I would say thank you so much for coming today in Dubai. But I welcome you on behalf of India, on behalf of Indian government, on behalf of FICCI, on behalf of FHWA, and on behalf of all doctors and nurses of India to send your patients to India, and they will always remain obliged and grateful to you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I don't know, but I might have a first time goosebumps in Indian medical tourism meeting. So this is commendable, and you made it very lighter on a light note. Thank you so much. And we would like to see the government support to, take us, handhold us. FICCI is already there to support us, to take from this target that you're putting in front of us, and we'll be there to achieve it. Thank you very much. So Ali Nu has a question. Fastest finger first.
What's your strategy to market your country and hospitals in your country, specifically from the point of collaboration? Either collaboration with facilitators to other hospitals in the home destination. Thank you.
You know, what has really happened in India is that every single hospital is now developing its own branch and credibility. For example, Apollo, it's a big name in India. Vedanta, it's a big name in India. Esther, it's a big name. When it comes to Gujarat, Kedila, the way they started, now they have 7 hospitals across the state. So each state and in certain places, certain regions, they are specializing in their own name, own brand. And once you enter that, now I think there are 3 hospitals which has come, one for eye, one for ENT, and yes. I'm not able to collect the name. Yeah. But across the country, they have 60, 70 branches. And anything on eye, the doctor would say, go there.
Yes.
So that's the credentials they have developed. So I see that foreign countries would be inviting our doctors for collaboration rather than India waiting for someone to do collaboration in India. That's how I look at it.